Oh, so I just realized that if I die again, then I get a game over.
Oh,
my
there it is, man.
Wow.
Yes, let's go.
Pro speedrunner.
This is the run.
Hey, yo, what's poppin'? Gamers. WQQQQWRT. I gotta notice who it is. What is up, gamers? So yesterday we were roasting Games Done Quick, and today, gamers, I wanted to go into specifically a speedrun by a runner there, and I thought this run really encapsulated everything I think is wrong with Games Done Quick. Now, gamers, before that, a lot of people actually have been watching my videos at AGDQ, and they've been leaking them to me, which is huge. So, gamers, if you're watching my videos at GDQ Hotel Room, make sure to tweet that at me. I'll give you a retweet. I'll get some likes on that instantly. That's like pretty cool. But yeah, gamers, let's get into the speedrun.
Puncayshun will be bringing you Bomberman 64.
So this run is brutal because the estimate was 30 minutes and the run is actually a 31:34.
31:34.
What a rush.
No, not like this.
Punkay overestimate.
No.
Is this your first GDQ run overestimate?
You don't want to be that guy who goes over us.
But also because the guy who runs it, Puncayshun, he does not play this game very much. In fact, he mostly runs a game called Super Mario 64, and he's really good at Super Mario 64. He held the record for a very long time. Currently, he has the #2 time by a pretty good margin. He constantly practices and plays Super Mario 64 on his stream all the time, usually at night.
I'm mainly known for Super Mario 64. I'm actually good at that game. This game, it's just like a chill game to pick up on the side.
Now, gamers, the thing is, why is Punkay running Bomberman 64 at Games Done Quick? And he even addresses this several times in the run. This is not his main game. He does not play it very much. He hardly learned it, and yet it still got into GDQ. In fact, he said he learned the game specifically to get into GDQ.
But look at his great skill after 200 hours, makes it into GDQ. And it seems like Bomberman, pretty great speed run to pick up if you're trying to get into it. Just got to learn the bomb jumping mechanic, got to learn the route. You could learn this in a couple hours.
To me, this is ludicrous because when I think of the highest level of speedrunning, the biggest stage for speedrunning, I'm thinking of the highest level of speedrunning. I'm thinking of the most competitive action on the game, guys. I'm thinking of the best speedrunning content I can find on the planet. Not a guy who self-professed that he hardly practiced the game. He barely knows anything about it.
This is my first time playing the game.
Wow, how'd you get in?
Incredible.
I don't know.
GDQ.
One of the bosses he fought in the run, he never even fought before. He never fought it casually. He had no idea how to fight the boss.
I don't know how to do this fight. You skip this and speedrun.
How does GDQ accept a run like this? And then beyond accept a run like this, this is the run GDQ is looking for. GDQ is looking for runs like this. They want runners to submit runs like this and then never submit them again. I call it the diversity quotient at Games Done Quick. There is absolutely no part of me that's going to rip on Punkay for maybe having a bad run, going over estimate, failing a lot of tricks, dying multiple times, game overing at one point. I'm not going to rip on him for that because he doesn't play this game very often. It's not really his fault when Games Done Quick not only allows this, they're actually looking for runs like this. In fact, they only want game diversity and category diversity. Actual skill, actual merit, actual dedication to speedrunning completely goes out the window. And I think this run, it's even worse if you watch it and you look at who's on the couch. So the run's actually pretty interesting if you watch it. And I thought the commentary was pretty good. But the very first thing I noticed, who's on the couch, right? Who's running the game? Puncayshun, a SM64 speedrunner, one of the best to ever play the game. On the left, you have Cheese. Literally has the record in SM64 in 70 star and 120 star. Next to him is Simply, has 4th place at 120 star. One of the best players of the game. Also a commentator and hosts his own SM64 tournaments. Next to him is a guy named Pity who he commentates with Simply. I don't know his times, but he's an SM64 guy. Now next to him, we have a guy named Official Artemis who is part of the SM64 community. Now guys, first thing I'm noticing is Official Artemis, you gotta work on this, dude. You gotta start man-spreading here because there's a ton of real estate you got going on and you're not using it. You need to start taking advantage of what you have, dude. You're letting Pit Icarus control your zone, dude. He's controlling your zone, dude. What are you doing? You need to dominate your space, dude. So that's something I noticed. If you're watching this, unknown Artemis, make sure to check that out in the future, okay? At one point in the run, Punkay messes up the route so badly that he has to fight a boss that you're not supposed to fight in the speedrun. He's never fought it before, and then he dies on the boss, and then he almost dies a second time. He's surprised he actually beat the boss.
You just like detonate the bomb, and then it'll cause you to like kind of float. I just died again.
no.
You don't do this in casual. I can't exit the chorus. I don't know how to do this fight. You skip this and speedrun.
This is a scuffed speedrun, man.
This is a great speedrun.
Are we sure we got the right guy?
I thought I was gonna die there because I went all the way to the right and didn't fire, and I'm like, why are you not firing?
Now, again, you can't criticize Puncayshun for failing this. You can't even criticize him for messing up most of the route and going over estimate because he actually submitted SM64. He does not run this game. He almost never runs it. Nobody on the couch runs this game. Like, there's no actual content or commentary for this game. Now, Punkay, who's very well renowned for playing SM64, actually did submit both 70 and 120 star, and both of those runs were rejected. Why were they rejected? I have no clue. It's literally one of the best speedruns. It's the most popular by several different margins. It's one of the healthiest communities on both YouTube and Twitch. Rejected by AGDQ 2019. I'm not sure if this is, what would this contribute to AGDQ? Are people going to get bored? Are the hundreds of thousands of casual viewers that never watch speedruns, are they going to get bored of a SM64 run? I don't think so. Are the speedrunners most speedrunners like SM64 and enjoy watching it, are they going to get bored? How would they get bored? I watch this game constantly. It's like almost all I do sometimes is watch 120 star, and I'm still watch it. Like, why would I be bored watching a 120 star run? How does this in any way take away from GDQ to have another 120 or 70 star run? How in any way does that take away from the event at all? It makes very little sense to me. In fact, it adds a lot to have a run like this at an event like AGDQ 2019 because it adds value for the community, adds a lot of value for the runners, and it adds merit to actually playing the game and getting good at it. Right now, if you're a speedrunner that's actually dedicated or cares about the game you play, the only way you can get into a marathon is pick up a game that you don't care about, that you've never played, learn the route, get a few PBs on it, and then submit it, and then you have a very high chance of that getting in if it hasn't been at a marathon yet.
But look at his great skill after 200 hours, makes it into GDQ. And it seems like Bomberman, pretty great speed run to pick up if you're trying to get into it. Just got to learn the bomb jumping mechanic, got to learn the route. You could learn this in a couple hours.
If that game or category has not been run, that's your best chance for getting a game in. And I think that's a little ridiculous because you have the best runs by the best players decline for no reason, yet Punkay's 31-minute Bomberman 64 run that went over estimate, that was a complete disaster.
It's kind of like rings in Sonic.
Pretty much. Oh, Lord.
I lost. There goes the heart.
Oh, God.
Will it float back down? It's moving left.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
I don't know why that's screwing it. Do I go back to White Glacier and get the heart?
Was the audience just clapping? Dude,
Yeah, they're clapping.
savage.
They're eating them alive. Oh, no.
Oh, that's not good.
I was too close to the wall, I think. But
That's fine. GDQ is actually looking for runs like that, which, again, this is ludicrous. You cannot criticize Puncayshun here for making any errors or being underprepared in this run at all. There is literally no incentive for him to practice this game or get reasonably good at the game or prepare for his run at GDQ at all. There's absolutely no incentive for that. And I think that speaks a lot about GDQ, because how can I be sure GDQ cares about their own event when they give no incentive for their runners to care about the event? Literally, the most important thing in some of these people's lives is running these games and getting good at it and building up for the games and the communities. And then GDQ accepts Bomberman 64. Like, this is insulting. I'm glad at least Punkay gave a shout out to the best Bomberman 64 player. I think that's pretty cool because that guy he should be running the game, but I don't think he wanted to go. An interesting conversation that I've been having lately is, why doesn't Games Done Quick pay for flights and board of their attendees? They have enough money to do it. Why don't they? It would actually add a lot of merit and reason for runners to actually care about the runs and put effort and time into the runs. GDQ could actually have certain expectations of their runners for behavior as well. That would actually make a lot of sense to me, but nope, they don't. They expect their runners to submit the games, play the games, run the games, be prepared for the games, and maintain the quality control of their event. And they give nothing to the runners. The only thing GDQ gives to runners is free exposure, which is complete garbage, by the way. What exactly exposure is Puncay getting? If somebody follows Puncayshun because they're like, wow, what a cool Bomberman 64 run, they will never watch this stream because he's never going to play Bomberman 64 ever again. So where the hell is this free exposure thing doing anything for any runner at this event?
If you guys want, you can follow my Twitch. You might not want to do it because of that gameplay right there. I'm mainly known for Super Mario 64.
Now, this is mostly because most speedrunners treat GDQ as a networking event and also as a vacation. Most runners that go to GDQ, if you didn't know, they literally go there to party with their friends, hang out with their friends, network to get better social standing in the speedrunning community. Almost no runners, or you could actually argue that there are zero relevant people that hang out in the audience. It's completely unheard of, unless their friend is doing a run and then they'll hang out in the audience. But besides that, it's completely unheard of to have relevant people in the audience at all because most people don't give a shit about this marathon. I think this is more indicative of the state of Games Done Quick than anything else. Did you guys know that I actually didn't get into speedrunning because of GDQ, but AGDQ 2013 helps me get into speedrunning a lot, and then I really got into Link to the Past. I really enjoyed Link to the Past. A few months later, I decided to start speedrunning it. Whether or not that was a good idea, I have no clue, but I did meet a lot of interesting people along the way, and one thing, I always wanted to do a really good speedrun of a Link to the Past at a Games Done Quick. That was always one of my major goals. That's basically impossible because Link to the Past NMG has been in a marathon in the past, so not only does Games Done Quick hate a Link to the Past, but they hate the main category of a Link to the Past, which 99% of people run. So it's like the hope of me actually getting the run that I put the most time into, that I care about the most, that I'm the best at, has no chance of getting into a GDQ. Like, how is that sensible though? That doesn't make any sense. It's terrible for me as a runner. It's horrible for the community. What about the new runners that want to get involved in the community and get involved in the game and contribute to the game and get better at it and work on themselves as well? A lot of speedrunning is about self-development. By me getting to run into GDQ and actually showing people that you can be good at speedrunning and sexy and funny, that's a good thing, right? That's a really good thing for the whole community. I mean, come on, guys. I'm pretty funny. I'm pretty entertaining. I'm pretty easygoing. Frankly, I think if I had a run at a GDQ, it'd probably be one of the best runs at the whole marathon in the past 5 years, right? It'd be literally one of the best GDQ marathon runs of all time, just because of my quirky personality. The thing is, I don't think I have a chance of getting the GDQ. And it's nothing to do with politics. Nothing to do with the fact that I'm blacklisted from GDQ. There's many GDQ insiders that absolutely hate me for reasons I have no idea. None of that. It's the games list. They literally don't want repeat games for no reason. I can't tell you why. I've never figured this one out. It doesn't, like, I don't understand. If it gets viewers, if people like it, why not have it at the event? Like, I don't get why they don't like repeat games. The casual viewers don't care. Casual viewers would actually be interested in seeing that because their eyes aren't glued to the screen 24/7. And there's usually different people running it, different commentary, different things going on. And guess what? Very, very popular games like SM64 and Link to the Past, things change in the run over the years. A year is a long time. A lot of little things change, and it's fun to go over that stuff and document that stuff. There's no chance of that happening with the current structure of Games Done Quick, and that's the thing I don't like about GDQ. That's the thing that most I don't like about Games Done Quick, and that's why I'm a gig towel. I'm a gamer going my own way. Guys, if you want to be an alpha gamer, much like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That's going to level you up into an alpha gamer, and you're going to start creating arguments and reasoning like me, and that's going to level you up, guys. That's going to mean a lot more than anyone else because you're going to start changing your gameplay and changing your life. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Make sure to enjoy these clips from Puncayshun's Bomberman run. I'll see you guys later.
Enemy right here kind of looks like a pine cone. I guess we'll call it Pinecone Jones.
Pinecone Jones.
But yeah, Punkay Jones.